I've been remodeling homes here in Milwaukee for the last 15 years, and one of the things that we almost always do is replacing these here, the old galvanized pipes. You've seen them around, but probably never the inside, so let me show you why we do it. All right, here we have a little better lighting. Let me see if I can show you the inside. So this is a piece of pipe that we just cut out, and you can see the buildup here of corrosion and minerals on the inside of that galvanized pipe. So that really restricts the flow of the water, and you can typically tell when the pressure in your faucet or the water volume that's coming out of your shower is just not there anymore. Then it's one of these old galvanized pipes, and they're just constricted on the inside and water cannot flow anymore. When you look on the outside, they still look pretty good. Maybe you have a little bit of scabbing or worst case some pinholes, and that makes people think, oh, we can just replace a little piece of that pipe. But replacing it with copper is really the worst thing you can do. So when you go down to your basement, you often find a typical example for a mix of galvanized pipe with copper. Let me see if I can show this to you here. Yeah. So here we have a piece of copper pipe, and if that ties into galvanized steel pipe, then you have everything that you need for galvanic corrosion. So you're pairing unequal metals, and that means one of them will corrode very fast. And copper usually wins, so it's the steel pipe that's corroding, and that is just a recipe for creating more pinholes and for more leaks in your plumbing system. So galvanized water pipes have a design life or a life expectation of about 50 to 60 years. And in Milwaukee, we have a lot of homes that were built in the 1950s and 1960s. So the galvanized piping that was originally used to plumb those houses is well past its design life. Swapping out the pipes for an entire house is oftentimes not as big of a problem as you might think, because especially in ranch homes, you have access to most of the plumbing from the basement. So when you're replacing these galvanized pipes, you have different options. You can either go with copper or you can go with PEX or CPVC. If you go with copper, the benefit is it will last longer, 50 to 70 years. It's also more expensive. If you go with PEX or with CPVC, it's cheaper, it's easier to install, but the life expectation is only 30 to 50 years. So if your house is from the 50s or 60s, take a look at your basement. Maybe you got galvanized plumbing, maybe you got mixed metals, or maybe you're lucky and you already upgraded to copper, CPVC, or to PEX. That's all I had for you today. Follow me along for more tips about Milwaukee real estate, and I'll see you at the next one.